Hello and welcome. I'm Anet A8, and in this episode we're going to talk about the Prusa printer. Once again, this is my 1 week update. Okay, so it has been probably about 2 weeks actually now, instead of one. I'm not sure. Maybe about 2 weeks since I last did the 3-day review of the printer. I was going to do this video last week, but I didn't in the end because I did the tolerance test first. I thought it would make more sense to make sure that the printer was a bit more calibrated before I go further and talk about the printer a bit more. Now, I don't know if you can see here, but I am using a different filament with the printer. Oh, one thing that's good about this printer as well is if you are talking right next to it, you can stick it on stealth mode mid-print, and then it switches over when it's finished its current command. It's very useful to have that facility and that feature. Crash detection is disabled in stealth mode, just so you know. Now, with this printer, you can expect a lot of things to be printed very well, and in most cases, it did print a lot of things very well. As you can see here, this dog printed flawlessly in the filament. The eyes are nice, you know, you can see the wrinkles on the back. There's no Z banding anywhere, and Z banding is a common issue that I was having with Anet A8. This one is perfect. We have over here the frog. I think I spoke about the frog in the last one. It's quite a dense frog actually, I just realised from the weight difference between this and this. This is very light. This one feels like a normal kind of thing that you would have from a shelf, I guess. There's a little bit of a ripple on the underbelly of this one, but I'm not sure if that is actually supposed to be there or not. It's hard to tell sometimes. But yeah, there is that. We've spoken about that one already. We have here the Prusa sign. I might have spoken about this one before. I can't remember, but it did come out very clearly. This is another test print, obviously, that we've done. We have here the dragon. I think I spoke about this in the last one. Same thing, it's very good, clear quality. I definitely did speak about that one because I remember talking about the wings and that slight issue. We have here a vase. This is another test print. So basically what I did was I went through all the test prints on the printer card that came with the printer, and I printed the best ones that I was thinking about at the time. This one is very good as well. It printed very nicely. It took a very long time, I guess, not as long as some of them, but it does look really good. Nefertiti, if that's how you say it correctly, I hope it is. There was a very slight issue with this one. I'm not sure exactly what caused this issue, but the top layer up here. So bear in mind this is a 9-hour print. I set the printer up in the morning before I go to work. This printer prints pretty well. I get home, a little bit of time passes. There's 10 minutes left on this print, and it messes it up in the last 10 minutes. I don't know why that happened. I'm guessing it's probably bad bed adhesion, or maybe it could be because I had the fan on. I think the fan being on does actually upset some of these prints, which is why the fan is currently not on, and I'm printing this stuff right now, which you will see in an upcoming video. This one, a lot of time has gone into this one. I'll tell you that now. A lot of time has gone into that one, so you'll see that one when it's ready. It's not finished yet. Don't forget, I did have my logo, the little N with the 042 cut out. I think this one looks really good. I'm really happy with it. I think it's a very good judge of what can be done with small factor printers, with small layer heights. Saying that, I think this was done in 0.2 or maybe 1.5. Either way, it came out flawlessly. I'm really happy with the way it looks, and hopefully I can now put this on my keyring and use this as my new keyring. When you are using these ones, just so you know, there's a little loop in the top corner. That's where the keyring goes in. Put a little keyring which goes onto your main key loop chain, and that will stop you from having it just standing solidly on your keychain, unless that's what you're after. But I find that usually helps the print snap if you put it in your pocket or something like that. Adding the extra circle helps get rid of that issue. And then finally, I don't even know if I did talk about this last week, but this is the bearing. If I didn't speak about this, we'll go over it again anyway, because this is probably my favorite print that came out of the printer. You can grab it, you can spin it, and look at how well that spins. Look at how well that spins. This is something that printed one piece on the bed, and it just works so well in that sense. It's amazing. I'm really happy with the quality of this printer so far. Now, a couple of other functions that I did try on this printer. I tried unloading filament. I actually did that just now to put the blue filament in that we are using right now. And it wasn't an issue at all. It was the most simple re-changing of filament that I've ever done in my life. And I have to give Prusa a big hand for that, because, or a clap and a half, we'll say, for that, because that is incredible that they can get that down to a T. And that the reason why they probably got that down to a T is because they need to use that technology for the multi-filament box thing that will go on there when that comes out. Now, I will be getting that eventually, but I'm not in no rush to get that right now. I just want to do some cool printing, some cool modeling, and get to grips with things, try and make some more innovative objects. So if you guys have anything you want me to create, or anything that you think I can make, or even stuff that you don't think I can make, I'm going to prove you wrong, hopefully. And we will do some pretty cool stuff with this printer. Now that I actually have a printer worthy of printing my pieces, I'm going to use this to print some parts out for Project 1 or Vigor Quest. Vigor Quest, if you don't know, is a project that I'm working on, which is there's videos of this under the hashtag 3D printed, and what will be in the future is hashtag 3D project. These are things that are primarily made by me for as projects that I'm working on. So this is what this printer is here for, is to help me focus my thoughts and experience into printing new stuff and making new stuff as well. So there's a couple of things that I do want to do with the project, and there's a couple of things that I do need to model. So hopefully over the next few episodes I can get back into the swing of things with that. I say this a lot, I know, but hopefully I can get back into the swing of things with that, get printing some new cool stuff, get making some new cool stuff. I need to have some bad people for the project before I can bring it out, and that's a slight issue. I also need to bring out a A4 printable sheet that you can use instead of printing every square for the people, because people are not going to want to print a massive plastic board that people sit on or put their figurines on, but people probably would print paper stuff that you could just place your units on, and you can still kind of get the same experience. It just isn't as physical or whatever. But anyway, that about does it for this episode. Don't forget to remember to subscribe. Let me know what you think. Follow on Twitter, that is @Anet A8, and I will see you guys in the next video.